Zama in the South African Zulu language means to try. And trying to eke out a living is what thousands of illegal miners, mostly migrants, are doing and facing serious danger in the process. In a recent incident in Johannesburg, miners and their rescue workers were trapped in the city's oldest mine. Channels TV's Johannesburg Bureau Chief Betty Dibia has more.
2 weeks under the earth's belly, searching for gold in Johannesburg's oldest gold mine. This man, an illegal miner, is oblivious of the drama of desperation and death witnessed here in the past 6 days. If these abandoned, worn and torn gear could speak, the happy and sad tales of many illegal miners called Zama-Zamas would be told. At the center of this story is the tale of a group of miners who were reported trapped in George Harrison gold mine, an abandoned mine said to be filled with gold still.
On Wednesday, there were people who were trapped, and on Thursday, there were other people who were also trapped, and we believe also on Friday, there were other people who were trapped when they think they will assist to take them out.
While the emergency rescue teams battled to get the men out, a group of traditional healers called sangomas were said to be appeasing the spirits in a corner.
Old abandoned mines are a common feature in South Africa. So is illegal mining, and this particular scenario, apart from the safety risk, it is also a crime in the country.
If they come out being safe, that's good about it. But if indeed we found them, obviously from the police side, we will arrest them.
Many more men came out from the mine straight into the police net. More than 1,000 have been arrested so far this year. The Minister for Mineral Resources, Mosebenzi Zwane, came calling and promised to do more to end illegal mining, but the people were unimpressed.
You know, I'm disappointed with the minister. He's never, responded to. But I know he's new in the game. He's from agriculture in the Free State, so maybe he might be, acquainting himself to the situation.
As vast as the mines are below the ground, so are the networks of illegal miners, middlemen and buyers. The profit sizes also go up in the same order. The pay for the Zama-Zamas can sometimes be as little as $100 for a 20-liter container of raw soil containing gold. Some want the business legalized, but the minister has environmental degradation concerns.
The infrastructure above, some of the pillars are responsible for the roads we are seeing here. Once they are mined, these roads will collapse, and we need to guard against that and stop it.
And back to the trapped miners. Owing to safety concerns, the rescue mission was called off. Relatives looked frantically at whoever could help. In went a group of Zimbabwean miners. They claimed they were familiar with the terrain underground. One by one, a number of the trapped miners came out. Unfortunately, 3 didn't make it out alive, probably poisoned by the gases emitted below.
And what causes them to come and end up getting into the mines? It is just because they don't have no work at home. They've lost their land. They have lost everything of theirs. The pressure, what is behind them, it's hunger and everything. So they prefer to come and get into the mines, which is, again, a wrong thing.
The wrath of the law has not deterred illegal mining, as poverty pushes most participants through these trenches to a treacherous journey into the earth's belly. The ironic part is that even those who survive are hardly the ones who get richer. From Langlaagte, Johannesburg, Betty Dibia, Channels Television News.
Well, in Morocco, it's not mines, but the world above ground that has come into focus with a renewed push to reserve a national park. Now, the country is partnering with the United States to fight against the effects of climate change that threaten the reserve. Samia Erezuki has the story.
Just outside the city of Marrakesh is Morocco's National Toubkal Park. Founded in 1942, the park spans 380 kilometers and is named after the highest peak of the Atlas mountain range and of North Africa, Toubkal Mountain. Desertification is a major threat to the National Toubkal Park, known for its naturally rich vegetation, namely cedar trees. This has been an object of concern for Moroccan authorities, who have engaged in an ongoing initiative to not only cope with the dire environmental conditions, but also with the livelihood of the local population that largely depends on the cedar tree in different ways.
We have to make some developments, sustainable developments, just to help the population to preserve the forest, to preserve the trees, and preserve the environments. So that we created some projects that they can make some money just to stop destroying the forest.
It is under this framework that the Great Basin National Park in Nevada and the National Toubkal Park in Marrakesh have signed a twinning agreement. Both parks share a similar mountainous landscape in addition to a rather dry climate. Officials say this twinning agreement will be the beginning of an enduring cooperation.
We see this as a partnership where we are going to learn as much as we can teach and exchange information to the Moroccans. And so we've already met with the Moroccan park staff and had a warm welcome and discussed many technical issues already. And so it's been wonderful to hear their questions and be able to answer and have exchanges and see where we're similar and where we're different and where we can help each other out.
The target of this agreement is to share the experiences of the United States of America in natural parks. I think they have 100 years of experience. So we have a lot to share in technical aspects, for capacity building, for the natural park management.
The effects of climate change have been an enduring theme this year in Morocco, with a number of events leading up to the COP22 conference due to be held in Marrakesh later this year. While the environment is in dire need of protection, Moroccan authorities are also learning how to simultaneously maintain the economic livelihoods of local communities, whose sources of income at times causes environmental degradation. Samia Arazuki for VOA, Toubkal, Morocco.
Now across the ocean to the U.S. state of Texas, where a community of some 300 Africans is thriving in a town called Huntsville. As Greg Fleckers reports, jobs at nearby state prisons is what drew many of them to the city in the Deep South.
Many of Huntsville's Africans can be found at the Rima International Church on Sundays to hear Pastor John Okperube's fervent sermons.
Our God is a covenant-keeping God.
Pastor John says most members of the flock are Nigerians like him, but not all.
Being an African church, it serves as a meeting point to every African that comes down to Huntsville.
The church welcomes all who want to worship and celebrate. The church also lends a hand to newcomers who need support to get settled.
Everyone that comes that needs help, we try as much as possible. Within our limited resources, we help them out.
But the African population's growth is not from immigration alone. Many of the future leaders of Huntsville's African community are already here. Huntsville, a little over 100 kilometers north of Houston, is the location of the home and gravesite of Texas hero Sam Houston. Sam Houston State University, with its diverse mix of students, and the headquarters of the Texas Criminal Justice Department, which operates nearby prisons. Job opportunities in prisons have drawn Africans to Huntsville. Most of the Sunday congregants are prison guards, including the women. There are enough Africans here to support a small store with products from the home continent. Pastor John says he's encouraged integration with the larger community in Huntsville, something residents like Kathy have welcomed.
I think it's great. I love diversity. I think it's wonderful.
Pastor John and his church have supported local charities and events, building a sense of belonging for African immigrants within the community at large. Greg Fleckers, VOA News, Huntsville, Texas.
It's time for another break, but a reminder that you can visit our website, channelstv.com, for all the latest information on our news and programs. You can also find us on youtube.com/channelsweb. Still to come on Africa 54. Making world-class chocolate in Ivory Coast is a fine fit for the world's leading cocoa producer. That story after the break.